morning everyone, welcome back. So I've spent the best part of the morning wet sanding this to take the texture out of the paint because I wasn't happy with how the black came up when we sprayed this last weekend. So I've got that fender to do, wind coming, and the bonnet. So I'll just grab the camera and let you see off the gun. It was shiny but really hazy with no real clarity and just really heavy orange peel. Looked disgusting. So that, and after we've gone over it with 800 wet and dry, is like that, ready for a top coat. And to give you an idea on what it's going to come up like with fresh paint on it, let's see if it comes up in the camera. With a nice clear reflection instead of being all orange peely. So that's what our goal is, because wipe that off so it doesn't dry. Because when we used the right gun, the bumper and grill came out how we wanted in the first place. So I'm going to get in and do all the really boring stuff and rub them back, get them ready, and then we'll get you back in when we're ready to put some paint on it. On another side note, Dylan's XK doors, shouldn't have put you back up there, got all the pinstriping touched up. Kane came out through the week and freshened them up so they're ready to clear coat. And he's got the glove box the glove box lid doing something on that for Dylan as well, just to break up the dash a little bit. But nice, fresh, ready to go. And they match what the car's got. Damn, where's this one coming from? Bloody hell. They match what Kane did already on the dash. So we'll get in and give that a clear over, and then when the car's all finished, we'll wash down and give the roof a buff, and that's what he had originally on the roof as well. All right, so I'm going to get round here and start rubbing this other panel back and try and get something done. Okay, so that's been a long day. We've got the bonnet rubbed back, both front fenders rubbed back, and washed down and wiped down, ready to put colour on them again tomorrow. We'll have a second try with the other gun, see if that goes on as nice as it did on the bumper. So if that all works, then we're good to go. And next weekend we'll get the car over here and start rubbing that back, ready to put paint on. I'm going to bring the XA in so it's ready for the night, and see you in the morning. Okay, so this week's is a little bit of a mixed bag of a video. We've got me rubbing back the panels for the BA Falcon again to re-top coat them. We've got the dashboard and the pinstriping on Dylan's car that was touched up by Kane, and then we've got a couple of coats of clear excuse me, a couple of coats of clear on to seal that up, stop the surface rust on the dash going any further. And we had a bit of a drive out to Gatton to go have a look at an XF that Dylan was looking at for a daily driver that, I don't know, I think old mate's optimistic with his $15,500 price. Okay car, but not $15,500 worth, maybe 8 to 10. But yeah, it's his car, so his price, but I don't feel it's worth that. So yeah, I'll run you through what we've got done. And while we're out that way near Hellerton, there was a, transport museum out at Gatton. So we stopped, had a coffee, had a bit of a look around there. So there's some pictures from inside there. Truck and Transport Museum, only fairly small, but killed an hour or so, and some interesting things in there. So I've got some photos there for you of that as well. So just come down here into the booth and we'll have a look. Okay, so the bonnet laid out much nicer this time. Still a little bit of stuff in the paint here and there. I've got to tell myself that it's going to be a work ute, and chances are it's probably not going to last long before it gets marked up, marred up, scratched up. Something will happen to it. Guarantee it. So it's as tidy as it was before in white. Well, the other bonnet. So I will probably honestly leave it like that. When it came off the gun, I was a bit peeved with myself. There was a little bit of stuff in the paint, and I was gonna wet sand it and then buff it, but you know what? I don't think so. The fenders, them two, they have laid out more glossy, a lot more clear than the first time, but again, not perfect, and some, where is it there? Some bits and pieces in the paint that have landed in the paint. I really don't know whether I can be bothered colour sanding them either, because at the end of the day, it is a work car, and no doubt not going to be taken that much care of. I'd probably give it a week before the front bumper ends up with a mark in it again. Murphy's Law, a dirty big moth landed in it about there. We picked that out, but there is, you can see a couple little blemishes there, which was what was going to make me wet sand them, but near enough's good enough. Like I said, the gloss is way better than it was before. It is what it is, it's a work ute, and more than likely not going to get looked after. So all in all, happy with that. We'll get the body in next week and start getting onto that. Now, as for Dylan's doors and the dash, the highlights in the door, I reckon, are going to make the interior look way nicer. And they've got a coat of clear over the top to seal them in. Now, Kane uses an enamel, so we were worried about it frying up because they were really fresh, but it's only reacted the tiniest bit in a couple of spots, and now that it's hardened up, I think it's actually flattened out quite acceptable. I wouldn't be too stressed over it. And then once we get all of the white section rubbed back and a coat of the base coat in pearl and clear, and then we'll get Kane in and get him to put a boundary or border edge around there to break it up. I think that's going to look pretty good. And the dashboard, I did get some photos and a video of it in the daylight. So yeah, it's way too dark in here now. So there's a few little runs in places that we're going to sit there with a razor blade next weekend once they've hardened up and just scuff down a little. But that came up nice. Yeah, way too dark to see. All right, so I'll just use the photos from earlier on today. Again, like I said, a bit of a mixed bag this week for you guys, but we got something out at least and something done. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. Give us a like, share and subscribe if you can. It helps us out. And yeah, we'll get some more videos up as soon as we get some more done on the cars. See you next time. Bye. Was one more thing we were going to say just before we checked out. Earlier on this week, one of you guys dropped in and said hello to us at work. It was awesome. Thanks for dropping around. It was Doug. He came in and said hi while he was in the area. Awesome to catch up and actually put a face to a name, or a name to a face. And yeah, had a good chat. So that was nice. All right, see you next time. Bye.